Can I venture a guess that it's been with us so deep in our culture that it's hard to shake any adjustments to those?
Well, that's a guess, but as a scientist, the real reason is that Pluto is the archetype. It's the heralding body of this whole new type of planet, the dwarf planets that we've discovered in the outer solar system. They're active, they have moons, they have atmospheres in some cases. Far from being a rock, it's a big spherical thing.
Right.
Right? And that's why we call it a planet. We don't know what else to call it.
There you go. All right.
Planet modified by the word dwarf.
Right.
Like giant planet for Jupiter.
Or gas.
Yeah,
It's a
which
gas
I didn't
giant.
have a problem. I mean, that's in fact where we agreed.
I'm going to space, damn it.
Was it like 4 minutes of weightlessness? About how long is
4
that?
minutes between engine cutoff and reentry.
Yeah.
But a hell of a ride and a tremendous experience to see the planet.
Yeah.
And I was there for
See,
a research mission.
Earth the planet.
Earth the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what science were you doing on it?
Yeah, I was.
So you weren't just joyriding?
Right.
Okay.
As much as I wanted to look out the window, I was sent. I'm going to be doing a NASA mission, which is going to be determining how well the Virgin Galactic spacecraft can be used to do astronomy on these missions, like unmanned sounding rockets. And on this first mission, I did some physiological experiments using myself as the guinea pig.
So you may remember I was at the launch of New Horizons mission back in 2006, and if I remember correctly, that mission to Pluto was the most powerful rocket with the lightest payload ever, just in combination, so that it could accelerate and get the hell out there before you died. That's
Mission accomplished.
That's the number one rule
Right.
in any science project.
When I was a little kid, I was washing cars and babysitting and doing everything I could think of to buy bigger and bigger model rockets. You have no idea.
The kind you would launch in your backyard.
Yeah, Estes model rockets.
Estes,
right?
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Right? This
And the biggest one was the Saturn V,
Right.
with like 4 D engines or something.
Right, the D engine.
The D engines
So
was the
this
biggest.
I only
was-
got the one where you stomped on a balloon and it shot it off with water.
Yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't get any further than
that's
that.
the starter
lame.
kit. In fact, everything we know about the origin of the solar system indicates that Pluto formed at something like half its present distance from the sun, that the solar system was more compact originally, and Pluto and most of the other dwarf planets of the Kuiper Belt were transported outward with also the small bodies of the Kuiper Belt. So we don't know, but we know that dwarf planets can exist much closer to the sun.
So just for clarification's sake, the proximity of when you're talking about asteroid belt, Kuiper Belt, the sun,
Yeah.
Pluto, how do you go from being floating rock to planet? Because there's got to be a difference.
Well, let's back up. How do you go from potato to dwarf planet?
Yeah.
The thing about potato-sized objects, so these are things that are the size of counties or mountains. And they're, most of the asteroids that you can look up in a book or that we've flown spacecraft by, they're lumpy and they have irregular shapes. And that's because that's the shape that as they were assembled, they just came to rest in when the assembly was finished.
Mm-hmm.
And that shape is controlled by the material strength of the object.
Okay.
The thing is, as objects get bigger and bigger, more and more massive, eventually they get massive enough that their self-gravity causes them to form into a sphere.